Hey everybody, it's Pastor Vern with your daily update for July 1st, 2020. As we continue on with things, we continue on with Women of the Bible. We talk a little bit about some of the things coming up. Remember, we are moving towards in-person worship this week. If that fits your risk tolerance, make sure you kind of weigh those things out. We love to have you come, but we also don't want you to be uncomfortable while you're there. And so just kind of keep that in mind also. Today we're going to talk about a woman named Dorcas. Now, she was somebody that was really kind of special in the New Testament times because she was a very devout Christian woman. She had a spirit about her that was unique, I think, in the way that she went about doing Christian work in her community, in her area. Uh, her name means gazelle, a gazelle, which is a streak, a sleek, beautiful animal. We don't really know what Dorcas maybe looked like, but that was kind of the throwback to her name. And she's one of those people who inspires things long past the time that she was active in part of the work of the Christian community. In fact, there is a Dorcas societies all over the world. You may not have heard them. I don't know too much about them in this part of the world, but they're around the world they are. And she was known as a dressmaker and someone who was very good at tailoring clothes. And she did well at it, and she became a philanthropist through that. She had especially good works with what she did. Now, see, here's something that's interesting about Dorcas is that in a world where a lot of good intentions are talked about, she put all that into action. She did not hesitate to go in and use her resources in order to help other people. And what she really became famous for in the scriptures and down through the annals of history in these societies is that she was such a source of inspiration because she cared for widows and clothing for the poor. That's what she did. Now remember, the widows and the poor in that time, especially the widows, they really struggled in survival in a lot of ways. There was not a lot of resources to take care of widows, even though they were supposed to through the temple. That did not get done as well as it should have. And she would take her what she would gain from making dresses and garments for people of wealth, and she would turn around and make garments for those who were underprivileged, I guess you'd say, especially mothers and widows who were struggling. And like I say, this spawned others, what we call Dorcas societies, which still clothe people today, especially specializing in widows and those who are have a difficult time taking care of themselves. Um, she had that very special gift of with the needle and thread that was turned into a life of service for others. And we just can't say enough for folks like that. In fact, one of the things that we see in the scriptures and in the historical record that goes along with them, especially what Josephus wrote about, is that when Dorcas died, she was well mourned. Now, we don't hear about that so much with the women in the scriptures, but we hear that with Dorcas, that she was mourned by the people around her, all those that she had done so many good works for. That I just think that we're at that scenario where, gosh, how could you not mourn someone who was so gracious and caring, especially in a time where that was not necessarily a role for the women. to do, or at least get noticed for. In fact, she was even a little bit of a cause of revival, because of how she was treated in the Bible. She's somebody who is really special to those around her, and is a inspiration. All right. Well, we're going to move on. We'll have another story for you tomorrow of another person who is an important part of the Bible, another lady. And we will see you tomorrow. Take good care of yourselves. Watch out for others. Stay safe. Bye.